how to come back to training on the mat from an injury or a break. So I really just want to address like mainly the injury portion of this. Okay, so there's obviously different levels of injuries that we're going to go through, where they are, what how it limits us, and how much time we need to maybe take off to heal that injury. And I kind of want to go through this a little bit just because I've had several injuries, and you just got to kind of listen to your body to see, is it something I need to take time off for, or do I just need to protect it? We never want to take too much time away from the mats, and we're going to kind of go over why and what can go through somebody's head when they take too long off from an injury. So when it comes to an injury, if it feels like it's something minor, maybe you just kind of tweak something, maybe you just need to protect it a little bit, and maybe take one of your training days out of the week to give it some more time to heal. And that's okay. It depends how severe the injury is. If it's something that you feel like you need to go to a doctor to, a doctor is most likely going to tell you to take time off. And we all are knuckleheads in jiu-jitsu, so a lot of times we don't want to take that time off. And we just have to understand, like, doctors are looking for your best safety and your best concern. And I'm not telling you to not listen to a doctor, but what I'm saying is like, if it's something that you feel you can kind of deal with, then maybe just tough it out and protect it, and that's okay. But now if you have something that is severely injured, like a torn bicep or like a torn tendon or anything like that, obviously you're going to need to take time off. Now, some of the best practices you can do is, even though like your sideline is still, just show up for class and just sit on the sideline. It is absolutely hard to do that sometimes because you just want to go out there and train when you're watching everybody training and getting better, but at least you're still there and you're still learning and you're still seeing what's being taught, and then that way, like, it doesn't make you feel like you're away or that like you're losing jiu-jitsu. It is completely okay. I've had to do that several times for injuries, where I've had back injuries, I've had shoulder injuries, I've had all kinds of different injuries to where I was like, I can't train, but at least I can still come watch, and that's fine. So when it comes to taking time off, it's really hard to come back, because if you've taken like a month or two off, or even longer than that, sometimes it's really hard to come back because you feel like your friends and your teammates and stuff and your training partners have surpassed you. Maybe you've taken 6 months off for an injury, and now it's hard to come back because you might be scared to get injured again, and that happens. That's okay. But you have to understand, like, fear is, if you're scared of getting hurt again, then you're never going to want to train. You're never going to get back to it, and you have to always have that risk. That's the risk we take of training, is getting injured, and it can happen to anybody, or it cannot happen at all. When you come back from that injury and you feel like everybody surpassed you, like, they're going to get better because they didn't take any time off, and that's okay. That just means you're going to have to work extra hard now. But everybody's on their own journey, so don't ever compare yourself to others. So when you come back, maybe people have gotten better than you, but you're still on your own journey, and on your journey you got injured, and everybody's going to understand that. It's not that, oh, I've gotten so much better than this person, they're like, well, most people understand you had to take time off. You tore a knee, or you tore something, or you broke something, whatever. Like, you had to take time off. Like, I get that, but I kept training, and that's part of my journey. And maybe later on I get injured, and then you keep training, and now we're back up to the same level. And that can happen very, very easily. Hopefully it never happens. So don't ever feel like anybody's going to be judging you because you took time off due to an injury. Like, that happens. I've seen people take time off from injuries, from things that have happened in life, and still come back, and still progress. Like, the mats are always there. Now, if you do have an injury and you do come back, and like, maybe you do need to protect it, address that with your training partners. Don't let it not be known. The last thing you want is, like, maybe you have a shoulder injury and somebody starts attacking your shoulder, and then it gets worse, or they make it worse, and then now you're upset at them. They didn't know. They feel bad. You never want that to happen. So just communicate, or tap early. If somebody is attacking my bad shoulder, and I've already told them, well, it's like, okay, I mean, I don't want to prohibit their training or anything, but just tap early, no big deal. You just reset. You probably already got caught in a bad position that you shouldn't have in the first place. So you just learn, well, how did I get caught there? It's no big deal. You just have to move on. Even if you have to tap early, there's no gold medals in the training room, so it's okay. So when you come back, try to protect it a little bit if you can. If you're limited on what you can do, just do what you can do and just protect that injury. You don't want to make it worse, but if it's to where you can't do anything at all, maybe you just need to take more time away to let it heal until it's good, and then you don't have to protect it as much. So I hope that helps. It is difficult coming back from injuries, but everybody's done it. It's going to happen, and you just got to figure out like how you can protect it, how you can still show up for class, and still be a part of jiu-jitsu and still be on the mats and keep going. So I hope this video helps. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments section, and we'll see you guys on the next video.